Welcome to Self Love Chats, the podcast, where choosing yourself stops becoming a someday and becomes a today.
Yes, we're two friends who clawed our way out of survival mode, and we're still becoming her right alongside you.
That's right. Whether you're just starting your self love journey or learning how to trust yourself again, you're in the right place.
Yes, you are. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's have the conversations we all need but don't have enough of. You ready?
Yes,
Let's go.
let's go.
And if you haven't listened to us before, because this is episode 1, this is the podcast where we have real conversations about self love, healing, growth, and becoming the woman you're meant to be. If you've ever felt like you're constantly putting out fires, carrying everyone else's needs, or just trying to make it through the day, this space is for you. Our mission is simple to help women move from survival mode into the life that they actually desire. Not just existing and not just getting by, but truly living. I'm Teresa.
And I'm Shakeisha. I am a divine feminine movement coach, meditation practitioner, and the founder of Fit with Keish. I help women connect with themselves through movement, self love, and embodiment. And this conversation is deep personal because for a long time, I didn't realize I was living in survival mode. I thought I was just being responsible. I thought that being exhausted all the time was normal. It turns out it wasn't.
Nah, same. For real. All the time. And if
Yes.
you're listening thinking, I don't know if I'm in survival mode, by the end of this episode, you'll probably know if you are. Let's dive into it. Before I knew what survival mode was, my life felt like one long emergency. Maybe you have feel that too. I was a single mom. Everything fell on me. I was figuring out bills, parenting, work, and life mostly by myself and dealing with that crazy ex. I didn't have the luxury of falling apart because somebody still needed dinner. Somebody still needed help. And the bill still had to get paid. I thought strength meant never stopping. What about you?
Yeah. For me, I'd say survival mode looked different. I was the strong friend, the
Yeah.
dependable one, the one everybody called when they needed something or they needed somebody to talk to. And at the same time, I was building business, working and managing responsibilities and trying to make my dreams happen. And I kept telling myself, just push through, no matter how tired you are, no matter how overwhelmed I felt. I thought rest was something that I needed later. I'm like, you know what? I'll sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That whole thing when people say that, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Isn't that what so many women do? I know that's what I thought. And you
Mhm.
put yourself on that back burner. Everyone has to be fine before you're allowed to rest. We keep telling ourselves after
Mhm.
this one thing, let me go wash that last pot. Let me
Just
make
one more
sure,
thing.
like, let me make sure that this one thing gets done before I can actually sit and relax.
Exactly.
After this project, after these bills, after these kids get older, after I reach this goal, and somehow after this never comes because there's always another
Always something else.
one.
And one thing I want people to understand that is survival mode doesn't always look like a struggle. Sometimes it looks very successful. Sometimes
Mm.
you're ticking all the boxes. You're working, you're paying your bills, you're handling your business, and everyone thinks you're doing an amazing job. Meanwhile, you're exhausted and you're not taking the time to actually look and see what you need because you're so busy working and working and working
I'm working. I'm working.
and working.
Exactly. I mean, same. That was something for me that I have struggled with and something I'm in the process of figuring out and finding for myself right now is you can relax. You
Hmm.
can unclench those hands off the steering wheel. You can take a nap. You can watch a show or do the things, right? You can
Yeah.
relax and have joy and find something while you're in the process of becoming who you want to be.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and people think survival mode only means financial hardship, but survival mode can also look like being constantly busy, never sitting still, feeling guilty whenever you rest, but that's something guilty all the
All the
time.
time, me
All the
too.
time. Believing you have to do everything yourself. Oh my gosh, this is something I'm actively working on with my life coach of like, well, what if you just don't do it? And I'm like, it's not an option. That's not enough.
Mm,
What do you mean that I don't just do it? Or it's not done my way. And so having to let go
yeah.
of that is a big struggle. So always expecting something bad to happen, it being done wrong.
Mhm. And that
Mhm.
hyper independence is a big one. It's a really big one because a lot of us tend to wear it like a badge of honor. I got this. I'll do it myself. I don't need nobody. Okay. How many times have you said that? How many times have we said that as women, right?
So many times. Oh my gosh.
But eventually that mindset starts to become heavy and weigh
Yeah.
down on us.
Yeah. It really does because that's the thing, coming from being a single mom where you had to be hyper independent and
Mhm.
working, like, it's just so hard to, like, let that go of
Because that's what you were doing this whole time.
100%. So let me ask you this. When did you realize survival mode was actually hurting you?
Hmm. I'd have to say I had surgery about 6 weeks ago, and after I honestly my body basically forced me to stop. I couldn't do anything. I teach dance fit teach sport fitness, I teach, all types of dance fitness, so I literally couldn't move or do anything. I couldn't
Yeah.
push through. I couldn't keep moving at the same pace I was moving, and it made me realize how uncomfortable I was with rest. Sitting down for 6 weeks and not being able to it's like you have to your brain is trying to find something to fill up this time with because we're so used to being busy people,
Yeah.
always on the go, always moving. I
Mhm.
I had built so much of my identity around doing
Yeah.
when I couldn't do, I had to sit with myself. And being able to sit with yourself and you can't do anything, that's very eye opening. You have the time to actually understand, like, you know what? It's okay that right now I'm healing. It's okay that I can't be as busy as I was because I have to focus on healing right now. And like I said, that was very eye opening for me from a doer's perspective. We know we're doers. We like to do things and get things
Mhm.
done. And if there's a space of time where you can feel, you're gonna be, oh, I can do this right here. Like, so sitting with myself really made me realize that you have to stop sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I remember us having a conversation about that. You're like, "I'm sorry, I can't." Girl, like, just relax and take time and just heal. Like, that's like why you have partnerships and why you have friendships and why, you have a community around you that it's like
Yeah.
you pick up the other person's, not even slack, but you pick up where that other person needs a piece, where you
Yeah.
need to have that rest and that time. 'Cause I know for a fact if the roles were switched, you would do the exact same for me.
And that shows you that we're
Mhm.
still growing because I,
Yeah.
I was 2 weeks post-op trial. Like, Teresa, I think I can record. I think I can
Like, no,
record.
just girl, just take a nap. Take a nap.
So that just lets you guys know that we're still
Mhm.
becoming the people that we want to
Yeah.
be as well. Like we're moving through this process with you guys.
I mean, seriously. And that's like how powerful community is and knowing these things and really you don't realize how hard it is when you are a hyper ambitious person and you are wanting to go and move and do and you're like wanting to have all of these goals and you want them done right now. And like
Hmm.
just being able to sit down and having the time to think and to find yourself in the process and not always moving, you don't even realize that that is survival mode. That is like just not being okay with having your own, being okay with being alone with your own thoughts,
Hmm.
and really having those moments to like really think. You don't realize that hey, not having that is survival mode. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why you need that community. And so for me, it was realizing I was constantly anxious when nothing was wrong.
Mm.
That's something that I'm as someone who has went from being a single mom to now married and we've experienced ups and downs in our career and our new life and everything that we're building. And so but now that everything is calm It's like waiting for that other shoe to drop or when is it going to get bad, and being able to not have that feeling is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was always this feeling of I needed to prepare for the next crisis, and granted, you should be prepared. You should be prepared in the positive and they say is like when it's in the summertime, you should prepare for winter, and in the winter
Yeah.
time, you should prepare for the summer. So you should be prepared, but you don't always need to be in that feeling of getting prepared,
Huh.
because I couldn't enjoy peace. I could not rest and just take a nap. I felt so guilty. I couldn't enjoy those peaceful moments of going for a walk with my family or going
Right.
to the pool. I always felt like I had to be tied to my computer and always working towards the next thing because I was waiting for that thing to happen, that bad thing. I remember also when, not even career wise, but when left my ex, my older daughter's father, and he cheated on me and he was abusive. And when I had to find my healthy husband, my healthy marriage that I'm in right now, and being able to just not have that feeling of that other shoe to drop and, oh, I'm just waiting for you to cheat on me or hurt me or yell at me or something like that feeling also was a struggle to move through as well. And is so many tiers to really getting into that healthiness, and it's
Yeah.
hard to figure it out sometimes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
completely understand. And
So I was gonna ask you, what do you think survival mode costs you?
hmm, survivor mode costs you peace, definitely peace. It also cost me presence. I was so focused on the next thing that I wasn't fully enjoying the moment I was in.
Um,
I was so worried about what I gotta do that
yeah,
I'm not focused on the time that I'm spending with myself or the things that I'm doing. I can't enjoy the moment. And it kind of sometimes affected the relationships because I was carrying everything alone instead of allowing people to support me. I was so busy, like, oh, I just got to make sure everything's together. Give me a minute. Give me a like pushing people away. Give me a minute. I'm gonna make sure that I got it over here by myself
mhm,
instead of asking for that support. And in relationships, that can break relationships, even when it comes to
yeah,
friends or my husband now, like today, like it can definitely tear apart relationships because they want to be able to support you.
yeah.
People don't you don't sometimes we don't realize people want to support you. People want to be there when you need them. And me, I wasn't allowing that. So definitely affected my peace and presence.
I relate to that for sure. I think survival mode can make us unavailable emotionally, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I 100% had no idea that everything that we've been through and we've talked about and we've talked through together, it's like, man, that's why. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're physically present, but mentally we're somewhere else trying to solve problems.
Hmm.
Mhm. And one
So
thing
you
I've
can't enjoy it. I'm just saying, so you can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it.
I'm no, you can't. You really can't. Not at
Mm-mm.
all. And that's the one thing I've learned is that survival mode is an identity, not just a circumstance. You can leave the struggle and still think like you're struggling, and that's so true. Same thing
Yes.
with, like, when you go from being, like, broke and then you get a little bit of money, and then it's like, man, you still have, like, that mentality of, like, counting trying to figure out things. You can have
It's like
more
you have
money.
this thing and you're like, I don't know what to do with that this thing. I still need to, you don't adjust.
Exactly, that adjustment is so hard. It is
Hmm.
so hard. And you can have more money, more stability, more support, and still operate from fear.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your body tends to become addicted to stress.
Ooh, that part.
Your body tends to become addicted to that stress.
Mm,
He starts to feel unfamiliar. Chaos feels normal. You almost don't trust things when they're going too well because you can't put my finger on it, but something's not right because your body is in that fight or flight, right?
mm,
But self love begins with feeling safe, safe enough to rest, safe enough to receive help, safe enough to believe that life doesn't always have to be hard.
Your body doesn't have to be in that feeling. You can
Mhm.
be in we lost a lot of clients, and I could have went and just made everything miserable and been angry and been irritated and life sucks, or I can just choose and make a decision to not feel that. Yeah, it's like the house is on fire, but you're just in your peaceful moment. And so it's like life is going to life. Things are going to happen. It doesn't mean that you have to have that feeling of overwhelm while you're going through it too. And, everything you just said is such a big word of all of it.
Mhm. Mhm. Like, you have to be able to feel safe enough to receive, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what we want you to think about this week, where are you still
Mhm.
operating from survival mode?
Yeah.
Where in your life do you see yourself like, oh, I gotta, or where are you operating from? Where are you still operating from survival mode? What habits, what thoughts or behaviors are you keeping stuck there in your brain, in your body?
Yeah. And here's another question. What would your life look like if you trusted yourself? If you believed you didn't have to carry everything alone? If you believe that peace was available to you? Take some time and really sit with that.
Yes, it definitely allows you to go deeper.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So your becoming her challenge this week is simple. Identify one survival behavior. Maybe it's overworking. Maybe it's saying yes to everything and everyone.
Mhm.
Maybe it's refusing the help that people offer you. Then replace it with one self loving behavior. Just one self love behavior you can replace that with because
Yeah.
small steps create big transformations.
That. And thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Come back anytime to rewatch this whenever you feel like you are in a place of survival mode. Because I feel like, what do you always say? We're healing, not healed. We are.
Healing, not healed.
Exactly. We're always going through this journey together, and we're here for you every step of the way. And we really hope that this conversation reminded you that you don't have to stay in survival mode forever.
No, ma'am.
No,
And next week, we're talking about something a lot of women need to hear. You're not lazy, you're just exhausted.
eh,
Trust us. Trust us. You do
yeah,
not want to miss that one.
no. Remember, self love is not something you earn, it's something you choose again and again every single day. Until
Mhm.
next time.
Keep becoming her.